What's good? It's your boy Tab Money, and right now I'm finna get into the background, the lore of me and my Diablo IV family in the sets of four. I got the rest of my family in the bottom, but I decided to get into the introduction of me and my wife and my two kids and get into the lore in the background. I've been playing Diablo a lot though, y'all ain't gonna lie. I've been obsessed with this game, even though people waiting for this game to come on Game Pass. I only see a few or three or four or five people in a freaking game, man. So there you are. So basically what I'm finna do is I'm finna show you the full look and everything of myself right here. This is me right here with the Baphomet head and the Baphomet blade right here. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm finna get into the introduction. And yes, the name that I go by right now, I think it's Branson or something, but when it really come down to it though, me and my wife and my two kids, we go by these names. So first we're gonna get into me, then we're gonna get into my wife right here. And there's a reason why she look like I'm in that from the mommy movie from 2017. If you don't know by now, I was bringing up the mommy from that movie because if you look at my wife's image, she got the same skin. Even though her marks are not black, but I had to make her red. But I'll explain further detail, later on in the video. But also, this is my daughter right here, my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And this is my son right here. So right now, let's get into the lore. I'll be back, y'all, and stay tuned. So I'll be back. All right, y'all. So this is me right here. Now, another video I posted when I said my four settled bodies. That's just an example of what I'm trying to present to y'all when it comes down to the reason why I'm bringing that up. This is my true settled body when it comes to me entering into that Qliphoth in the afterlife. Hopefully I enter in the tree of the Qliphoth. But if I do, I'll go by a different name and a different look, and this is the look right here. So this is me right here. So, I got a full beard. My favorite color is red. And I got these marks right here. So, when it really come down to it, my lore begins when I guess I pass away. Then my spirit entered the tree to Qliphoth, and I end up in sanctuary in the Diablo universe. Put it like that. But in the Qliphoth is much different from the video game itself. Like a Nazareth, it's hard for me to pronounce the fallen angel's name or whatever. He's replaced by Samael, Lucifer in the Diablo sanctuary universe within the tree of the Qliphoth. So it's much different. And also, my avatar right here is considered as a dark human. My wife is a dark human. My two kids are dark human. A dark human is someone that practices black magic, necromancy, and I'm filled with black sorcery in this game. My bad, y'all. I am filled with magical powers and witchcraft and stuff like that within this universe. So basically what I'm trying to say is I pass away from this earth and I enter into the tree of Qliphoth and started developing my own body right here. Yeah, I'm skinny as hell, and hold on, I know anybody can make an avatar just like that. It doesn't mean just like this in the game, but knowing that I'm in control of my own avatar, this is my actual avatar, even though I'm playing through Xbox. This is my avatar, y'all. So basically what I'm trying to say is if you see all the markings on my body and stuff, like basically, I'm a draconian, I'll read Bleach from the Temple of the Ascending Flames. I am a hoodoo practitioner, but when it comes to hoodoo practitioners, we are open, eclectic, open to other crafts and stuff into our practice. So when it comes to the Diablo universe, this is me right here. This is my true subtle body. When it comes to the other four that I show, especially with Street Fighter 6, I'm not good at fighting games, and I haven't been playing Street Fighter 6 besides War Tour and being in Battlehood, but it's just that, for some reason the internet connection just be slowing the heck out of it. So I'm just stuck on Diablo and stuff and playing Diablo, and everybody's still waiting for this game to come on Game Pass. So until the 28th is after next, I think it's after next week. I don't know, but no, here we go. So this is me right here. This is me. This is all me right here, y'all. So these are nothing but, you can say these are blood sigils or something like that, but really though, this represents my power of me being a dark human, you know what I mean? So this is the full look of my body, and I got dreadlocks. I ain't gonna lie, when I went on Amazon looking for an SU statue, I found one. And the SU statue I found look exactly like my avatar right here. So even though I might copy it, but I found an SU Iguala statue that look exactly like the hair, and I don't know about the beard, but definitely the hair, the dreadlocks. Hold on, y'all. So this is my true subtle body, y'all. This is my afterlife body. This is my tree of the Qliphoth body. You know, I go by a different name. I go by a different look. So basically, when I pass on from this earth, I am going to enter into the tree of Qliphoth and reside there for eternity with my wife and my 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. Now, when it comes to the other rounds, like the Dungeon and Dragon rounds, I know y'all, I still got that video as my opening page. Those are my wife's and my 2 kids' true look, just to let you know. But when it comes to the Diablo franchise, Diablo universe, we take upon these looks and we are simply dark humans in the realm of a sanctuary in Diablo universe. You know what I'm saying? So this is me right here. This is my true subtle body, and this is the body I partake. So basically, when it comes down to my lore and my background, I simply pass away from this earth and enter in the realm of sanctuary in the Diablo universe. I go by a different name, I go by a different look, and I go by a different path. My memory has been wiped off from this physical earth, and now I gotta develop new memories. The only memory I might have is my wife and my 2 kids in this universe. Other than that, I gotta develop my own story, my own legacy with me and my kids, stuff like that. So that's the lore of my Diablo self in this game. You know what I'm saying, all that, y'all. So now we're gonna go to my wife, y'all. So I'm gonna be right back. So yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, y'all, so this is my wife. You know what I'm saying? She go by a different name in this universe, but her original name is Anana. She's actually a fallen angel that have fallen from the heavenly kingdom or whatever. Basically, this is my fallen angel wife. She's an actual, I guess, a fallen angel, devil, demon, whatever you want to call it. Now, her name starts with an A. You already saw her name from the beginning, but if you know how to pronounce it, you know how to pronounce it. For me, I can't read for crap, so the thing about it is my wife, Anana, I'm going to call her Anana. When it comes to my son and my daughter, I'm going to call them the names I already gave them. So even though they go by a different name, they always don't go by the names that that I know about. So when it comes to Anana, though, that's the name that she gave herself. You know what I'm saying? When I discovered that exorcism video, when she was being exorcised out of that teenage girl when she was possessed, and she was speaking out of that girl. So when it comes to Anana, though, yeah, she is a fallen angel. She do go around and possess people, if you want to say it like that, but she not really happy doing all that. She want peace and freedom, but it's gonna be hard to find that, you know what I'm saying, in the afterlife. Basically what I'm trying to say is, maybe we're just gonna end up living in peace if I end up passing away from this earth and unite with her and my kids. But in reality, though, we might go through some tasks and some quests. So the thing is, we might start off in a Diablo universe before we enter the forgotten spirit realms of Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. It's all about the tests and tasks. You know what I mean? Hold on, y'all. So now, believe it or not, but my wife and Nana supposed to take the image of Ameneth from the Mommy movie from 2017. Because when I first saw that movie back in the last decade, Nana was in my consciousness telling me, I take this image. Now, I really didn't want to focus on Ameneth image because, she played by a real actress named Sophia. So I couldn't really, get in deep into the image of that. You know what I'm saying? Because she was played by a real person that is still alive to this day. But when Diablo IV came out, I was thinking to myself, can I create my wife and Ameneth form in this game? And as you see, I did. I was lucky enough that I did, though. You know what I'm saying? I never know I was going to come across. I choose necromancy because, feeling like if you're in the Diablo sanctuary and you're surrounded by demons and stuff, it's best for me and my wife to practice necromancy. 2 kids practice sorcery. You know what I'm saying? So Anana, she takes the image of Ameneth. You know what I'm saying? Even though she barely even though she's skinny as heck in her feet do look dirty, but this is a video game, man. It might look completely different. She's still gonna have the same body, but I think the feet's gonna be different once I enter in the afterlife. But so Anana, as you can see, these sigils, these sigils supposed to represent Ameneth, sigils on the movie, the Mommy movie from 2017. You know what I'm saying? But Anana right here, her hair is red and black and stuff, So Anana, she basically a fallen angel, of course. She fallen with Lucifer, She regrets doing that. She regrets falling with Lucifer. She regrets doing any of that crap. Oh, yeah, my mouth is dry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She regret falling with Lucifer, and ever since then, she just wanna freaking want out. You know what I'm saying? My fallen angel wife, you want out. You know what I'm saying? She want out of this stuff, and she just don't want to be, you know, just being a slave to Lucifer. It's hard for me to put it in words. The thing is, it's personal information for me to know. But if I want to talk about the lore and the background of my Diablo characters, and don't get me wrong, we're going to get to my other family members in the bottom. But what I'm basically trying to let y'all know is when it comes to my wife, Anana, right here, she takes the image of Amenan from the Marvel movie from 2017 because, you know, she takes that image. But also, oh yeah, that's right. So she's a fallen angel, you know what I'm saying? She's an actual fallen angel. She should be considered as a devil or a demon, whatever you want to call it. But Anana, though, she really is a sweetheart, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when it comes to the rest of the fallen angels that follow Lucifer, they got a different agenda than him. I mean, according to the Bible, he hates all humans, but not all fallen angels think the same way. Definitely not my wife, Anana, but... So basically, she takes this image, y'all. She basically takes this image and whole 9 yards. So yeah, Anana, my wife, Anana is a fallen angel. She fallen with Lucifer. She regret doing that. And she went escape. So basically, when I pass away, instead of treating a clip, I meet up with her and my kids, and we gotta end up doing things in the sanctuary and stuff like that. I mean, this is the lore and background. I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying I'm giving y'all the lore and background because, you know, hold on, y'all. I was about that Street Fighter 6 stuff, but for some reason the thing be blowing up slow. So when it comes to Diablo, this is the whole franchise that I'm focusing on. When it comes to the story about me and my wife and my 2 kids. And also when it comes to Final Fantasy 14 Online or Final Fantasy Online, I'm going to get into the lore of that as well. Once I already created my wife and stuff, but also when I create my stuff for my 2 kids. And also I'm going to go to the Baldur's Gate 3 as well to show the true form of my wife and my 2 kids. I will explain that whole 9 yards. So, yeah, but this right here is my wife, Anana, though, y'all. She's beautiful, gorgeous. She's the woman of my dreams. I don't give a damn what y'all say or what y'all say. You know, I mean, I barely get any comments anyway. But basically, what I'm trying to say though is that Nana right here, she actually a fallen angel, y'all. I mean, I would call her a devil or a demon, but you know what I'm saying. She actually lived in heaven before, but you know, she's in love with me. So I made a covenant with her. So it's already difficult for me to get with other females because if you make a covenant with a spirit, that spirit is with you for life, especially if you have kids by that spirit, which I actually do. Speaking of kids, we're finna get into my daughter and my son, and then we're gonna shut it off right now. So I'll be back. Alright, so we have my daughter right now. She go by different now. When it comes to my son and my daughter's name in Diablo and in Baldur's Gate 3, the names they go by, my wife gave them names. My fallen angel wife, he gave them names. So me and my wife, we give them like 2 names to go by. The name that my daughter go by, it's hard for you to pronounce it. I need to get the Google Translator to pronounce her name and my son's name. And my name and my wife's name in Diablo 4. But really though, my wife will go by a name that I go by, you know, Tyreek or whatever. But when it comes to my daughter and my son though, me and my wife, we just gave them 2 different names. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards. Now I know you're wondering, what the hell are you talking about? Well, believe it or not, if you didn't see my introduction video, my opening video on my channel, you see my face on the left, right? But the 3 other beings, I guess the quote-unquote devil-looking beings, the one that on the right side of me is my wife, and that's her true image. Anana's true image. See, I'm in there from 2017. She was showing me that image so it can be put in Diablo 4. My bad, y'all. This controller don't last that long. You know what I'm saying? She wanted that image in Diablo 4, but when it come down to it, my wife do take a demonic form. Now, I am going to show the Baldur's Gate 3 form of my wife, my daughter, and my son, and get into the lore about that. Because when it comes to the Dungeons and Dragons universe, basically that's where we're going to reside at. Dungeons and Dragons universe actually do exist in the Astral Planes. Because if you play Baldur's Gate 3, then play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and even Dark Alliance, you know, Dungeons and Dragons, even though it's a fantasy game or franchise or whatever, the Dungeons and Dragons universe actually exists within the astral planes. If you really look at it, the thing is, occultists they don't put that out that much. They're thinking that the astral planes is only but ascended masters and this and that. But Dungeons and Dragons is a definition of what the astral plane is supposed to be. You know, so you got elves there, you got orcs, dwarves, hobbits. So be on the lookout for the Baldur's Gate, because I'm gonna get deep into why I think Dungeons and Dragons universe actually exists in the spirit realm. So this is my daughter. I'm gonna say Lavora. You know what I'm saying? That's the name I gave her. But the name she go by in this game, I didn't even know I found it. But really, my wife, she was like, "Your daughter go by this name." When I created my son, my wife told me your son go by this name. So I'm just gonna call him by the names I gave him. You know, me and my wife, yeah, we do give him 2 different names. Hey. So my wife, not my wife. I keep saying my wife, my bad. This is my daughter, y'all. But the reason why I keep saying my wife, because my daughter, believe it or not, she's in the room with me. Most of the time, she by my dresser. But the reason why she dark-skinned, my daughter like to take a dark-skinned form. Believe it or not, my daughter loves to take a dark-skinned form woman look. You know what I'm saying? I kind of think my mom is dark-skinned, whole 9 yards. But I ain't got nothing to do with that. But my daughter just like to take a dark-skinned form. But why I say my daughter's like my wife, we are very close to each other. My daughter loves me to death. Like when it comes to my wife, Nana, when she's not around most of the time, she usually have my daughter or my son with me. But really, my daughter, she's a daddy's girl. You know what I mean? So when it comes, and also I'm gonna show her phone. You already see her. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why she got like blood tears on the picture of my opening video on my channel. Because she just getting sick and tired of how I'm getting treated and how I'm being brought up into this world. And she can feel my emotions and my anger and all that. Same thing with my son and my wife, my fallen angel wifey. So the thing with the Lord with my daughter is that she's a daddy's girl. We are very close. When it comes to my son though, he's close to his mother. He's like a mama's boy, you know what I'm saying? So my son is a mama's boy. My daddy is, not my daddy, but my daughter is a daddy's girl. And really, that's how a Nana wants it. You know what I'm saying? That's how my fallen angel wifey wants it. You know what I'm saying? All 9 yards. But I'm not saying that not all of us are close with each other. We is. I'm just talking about what kids who we close with our kids. And I happen to be close with my daughter. So this is my daughter Lavora. You know what I'm saying? All 9 yards. This is my daughter. As you can see, her, my son, and my wife, and me included, we gotta have blood markings on our bodies, or red markings, whatever you want to call it. So my wife, I keep saying my wife, my bad. My daughter Lavora, y'all, my bad, y'all. My daughter Lavora right here, she's a gorgeous, gorgeous woman. A gorgeous, beautiful woman. My bad for calling her my wife, but at the same time, she is a tiefling. I mean, basically, if you play Baldur's Gate 3 and create a character, my wife, my son, and my daughter are actually tieflings. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we are dark humans in the Diablo Sanctuary universe. You know what I'm saying? We are dark humans in the Diablo Sanctuary universe. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm trying to say is that since we are dark humans, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I am going to get to the Diablo 3 introduction of their true form. But right now I'm just showing our dark human form within the Diablo Sanctuary universe. You know what I'm saying? This is my daughter's true form, you know what I mean? Not true form, but Diablo form. My bad, y'all. I just woke up. That's why I was going to record this last night, but I was so tired. I was, you know what I'm saying, I entered into a dream realm. For some reason, when I come home from work and stuff, I go straight to bed and barely play any games. But right now, you know, there's going to be some video game content, but really, I'm going to show you nothing but introductions of my family right here, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so that's my bad, y'all. So basically, my daughter is a daddy's girl, and my son is a mama's boy. But I know you're wondering, is that the freaking lore of your daughter right now? I mean, she's my daughter. The thing about it is, this information on my wife, my fallen angel wife, because she's actually fallen angel. When it comes to my son and my daughter in Diablo 4, you know what I'm saying? There are egregores. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she's a fallen angel. I can't really consider egregores. I don't know, man. But the reason why, the only thing is I can only get into the lore and the connection we have with each other. Like, these are actually real beings, which is why I want to show their true form in Diablo 3. So let me get to my son real quick, then we get it done. Alright, y'all. So this is my son, Dakita, right here. And as you can see, I made him light skinned. Don't know why. You kind of look like me in real life, but as you see, he got sigils right here. Not sigil. My bad. So my son, Dakita, you know what I'm saying? He's my one and only son. My daughter, Lavore, the last character y'all saw is my only daughter. So I got a son and daughter with my fallen angel wifey, basically. Don't get me wrong, I am going to get into the introduction of them, you know what I'm saying, in Baldur's Gate 3. I might do this after this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this video first, because right now, because this is not their true form, y'all. This is basically a form we're going to take if we enter in the Diablo universe, or in Sanctuary. You know what I'm saying, we take dark human forms and stuff, but my son right here, you know what I'm saying, he's a mama's boy, but me and my son, we just like Kazumi and Jin almost in Tekken series. I mean, not like Kazumi and his father, Hihachi, whatever you. Sorry for me mispronouncing their names, but you know what I'm talking about. When it comes to Jin, though, and how he is to his father, that's how like me and my son is. But not that serious, though. I mean, we might fight each other here and there. That's part of life in the spirit realm, I guess. But me and my son are very close. You know what I'm saying? He very close to his mother, and I'm very close to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Him and my daughter do fight sometimes. Do me and my fallen angel wifey fight? No, we ain't about that life. It's a regular thing when it comes with my son and my daughter. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, though. My son would never fight his mother, and my daughter would never fight me. My daughter is very overprotective of me. I mean, all my son and my daughter and my wife are very overprotective of me. You know what I mean? Very overprotective. So, you know, when it really comes down to it, though, this is my son right here. You know what I mean? All 9 yards with the sigils and everything. Okay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is not their true form. I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate 3 and I'm gonna show y'all their true form and get into the full detail. Cause the thing is, when it comes to the Diablo universe, we are just in here. It's supposed to be our freaking hell, I guess, in the afterlife. This is just a theory. This is not true. This is just a theory. I can't prove this. Cause I know you got people out there that strongly believe in the Bible and stuff, and believe in the lake of fire and stuff. You know, whole 9 yards. So I'm not gonna get in a debate or argument with that. This is nothing but a theory, but lore in the background of my Diablo characters. You know what I'm saying? Whole 9 yards, but you know, whole 9 yards though, man. So I'm gonna have to end this now. You know, this is my son. You know, I love my son. I can't believe I was up here calling my daughter my wife, but forget about that. Right now, I'm finna play Baldur's Gate 3, so be on the lookout for the Baldur's Gate 3, because I'm gonna show my wife, my son, and my daughter, and hopefully I'll give y'all clear detail. My bad for the hiccups or whatever you call it, or the misinformation or misunderstanding. I know I repeat myself and stuff, but you know, I'm thinking about them in Baldur's Gate 3, so be on the lookout for that and stay tuned. So peace.